Hey loves, welcome to 27 Ways to Cook an Egg and talk about life while doing it. This is where recipes meet real talk, straight from my kitchen to yours. Let's crack into it. Hello everyone and welcome to the 16th episode of 27 Ways to Make an Egg and talk about life while doing it. I'm so excited to have my dear friend, Caryn Bird, here today, and she is secretly celebrating with me as the Dodgers. Today is World Series Day 1, so I'm very excited. I'm wearing my Dodgers jersey. I will do my best not to get it dirty. And we are talking about doing it our way. So I'm very, very excited to have you on. Thank you so much. Caryn is a dear friend, an amazing human. We will definitely make sure we put her bio in our Instagram and social media so that you'll be able to find out a little bit about her, but we are definitely going to dig into that as we are here right now. So Caryn, welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to do this.
Yes, so I did a Southern omelet with Deborah, and today we're doing a Northern French style omelet. And tell me how this recipe came about as we start to make our omelets.
All right. Well, French style, Parisian area. We had a foreign exchange student that lived with us for many years when I was in high school. And he taught us a lot of fun stuff. We learned about crepes, and I'm a master crepe maker. And these are how he does omelets. So I thought, why not share it?
I love that. Okay, so tell us some of the ingredients that we have today.
Okay, so 2 eggs.
Got it.
I'm going to use 1 egg, but we can do 2 eggs. That's in the recipe because I don't eat a lot of omelets. I eat them, but I can't eat a 2-egg omelet. Okay.
Yes.
And then I use 2% milk, but you can use any kind of milk.
Okay.
And then we have mushrooms and red peppers, chopped up, spinach, and onion.
Love it. Same. I'm in the same boat. I am not doing mine with mushrooms today only because I'm not eating mushrooms right now.
Okay.
Which I love mushrooms, so I'm super bummed. All right, I'm gonna get my cream. So I am doing a non-dairy cream today. So all right, let's do this. I love it.
I am using my Eiffel Tower bowl.
Oh, cute. How perfect. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and saute all the vegetables firsthand, right? And are you using olive oil or butter? That's always the question.
That is a good question. It is a butter flavored olive oil.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. So that's so awesome. We've had this whole during this series, who uses butter, who uses olive oil. And Tiffany, our dear friend Tiffany, was the only one that's used olive oil so far. Everyone else has used butter.
All right.
As we're cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and I have a really amazing olive oil, Italian olive oil. Usually I use it for finishing. I don't usually cook with it, but today I feel pretty special. So let's go ahead and cook this omelet. Okay, so as we are making our omelets, I'm going to go ahead, start this so I can saute my veggies. I'd love to know, what does doing it my way, your way, what does that mean to you? Where does that fit into your life right now, in past and present? And I know we have such a minimum amount of time together, but I promise you we're going to fit it all in. So I'd love to know.
What does it doing my way, your way mean? I love that.
Yes, so my way, your way.
5 years ago when we went to a leadership training together, I learned the true meaning of authenticity. And doing it my way means what beautiful. I feel inside is how I present myself to you and the way I show up outside, right? So doing it my way is not how you want me to be or how you're expecting me to make my omelet. I'm going to do it my way.
Yes, even though you're the chef. I love that. I love it. It's perfect. So for you, would you say, were there just kind of life experiences that you've had in the past or even recently that you've noticed just being able to shift into doing it your way? I know with you, you're so graceful and you do so many things with ease and just love and joy. And so I just love to know from you, for the people that are watching, how did you get into that space of knowing like the difference between doing it your way in an aggressive way, but doing it your way with love and kindness?
I was going to say the exact same thing. Well, all of my experiences is I have learned that I can be a controller and I can push and I can want others to do it my way. And yet what I learned is that when I can speak to them about their vision and what they want, and with love and kindness, just like you said, then they typically want to do it my way when I explain it, right? And we learn that with children is instead of telling a child, do it this way, if we explain, hey, if you do it this way and try it this way, this is what will happen and this is what will make it easier, they accept it so much better.
Absolutely. And I'm going to jump in and share like what it is that you do, because you are, I mean, an incredible hypnotherapist, like, and not just in regular work, I mean, in so many different genres of like sports and coaches, and just really getting people to understand and center and ground through a very deep meditation. I've done it so many times with you to be able to even ground myself in my own relationships. So what would you say is just supportive even in your business, you know, with doing it your way and being able to, what separates you from other therapists? Because you are it's such a specialty. It's such an amazing like way of work that you do to be able to ground people into their future.
Okay, so just how I do it as a hypnotist and help people ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it is about grounding, right? Because we walk around every day very busy in this world where our mind is vibrating. I call it the inner mean girl or the inner mean guy mind. And that's when it's overthinking things, criticizing, analyzing. And when we can ground and bring ourselves into a level of what I say balance and stability, everything is more clear to us. Yes. So, you know, I teach self-hypnosis, which is really just imagining the body in zones and relaxing from the head down to the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and letting everything fall, releasing the tension in your body, because your mind works better when your body's not tense. And the premise of hypnosis is to relax your body and relax your mind.
Right. It's just amazing too, because when you think of, or at least for me, when I first did a process with you, I was like, oh my gosh, like I had no idea what to expect and what hypnotherapy was. And for me, it's been, in terms of even doing it my way, what I learned, a lot of what we did was around letting go of things with my ex-husband and stepping into being able to parent together, and really releasing things that I never, I guess, knew were there. I mean, I guess I knew they were there, but I didn't know it was possible to like move through whatever things that happened as a child that were also happening in my that current relationship. And so that groundedness that I got from you and from that process really, I would say, allowed me to learn that where I am right now in that relationship and all my relationships is me doing it my way, but from a place of like just very centered and honoring that, I guess, honoring that for sure.
Yeah, I love that. And we do realize that so much of who we are is based on our childhood.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right? And the experiences that we've had. And when we realize that when we can come from a grounded, loving space, and really how we see it is based on the experiences we've had and how the other person is seeing it is their experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's so true. You know, it's so interesting too, because when I recognize like what the next steps are, even for my life, and as I'm moving through life with ease and grace, based off of the things that you've taught me and the things that I've learned in my practices, you know, in leadership practices or coaching, it's been incredibly beautiful, because I would say that learning from you to be in that, like being okay with honoring myself from a place of doing it my way, because I do find that there is a judgment for me. There was a judgment around that. There was a judgment around doing things my way. There was a judgment around, like I said, with my ex-husband and how we parent. I stood for us parenting together, and even him doing it his way. I would say that there's so much information out there. So how would you just really support someone that's like, I don't even know what direction to go in when it comes to learning to ground myself, learning to be centered, learning to be kind of like you said, like that self hypnosis? What are some, I guess, exercises that you could share with us around that?
Well, first, I'm going to give you a tip. And I work from home sometimes, and I also have an office where I see hypnosis clients and an office where I see athletes because I work with a lot of athletes as a sports hypnotist. And when I am at home working a few days a week, I have Alexa remind me at noon every day. Reminder, take some time to meditate. Reminder,
No.
take some time to meditate.
Wow. So you even remind yourself to
That's the
do
tip,
that.
right? And literally, because we get so busy in our day and we're moving and we all these things to do, right? When I have that little reminder that just says to me, take a few minutes and do it, I can set an alarm for 10 minutes.
I love that. Oof.
Ground myself and get on with
Mm.
my day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I didn't even think to use Alexa to remind myself to ground and like meditate and just be present.
Right.
There's also like, I love, again, like one of the things you shared with me many years ago around just the guilt I felt for not taking time for myself. And I remember you saying to me that like part of this like being and it being human is like it's the exercise of doing it and practicing that. And so I've learned to not feel guilty if I miss a day or if I miss, an hour of like connecting with myself. So I love that you shared we could just take 5-10 minutes to just breathe through
Yes.
whatever the day is.
And it does change your day. On the days that I don't have time to do it, I'm not home to do it,
Mm.
I feel much more scattered in the evening.
Oh
The
yeah.
days that I take time to do it and let go of my mind and my body and just center myself.
Mm.
I mean, literally, you can just imagine a black box of nothingness. Go into a box
Mm.
of nothingness, and
Mm.
it grounds you, and the rest of your day, you can think more clearly.
Mm. I love
Something
that.
funny about boxes, and I learned this many years ago, but I just think it's hilarious, is men have a nothing box. Women do not.
They have a nothing box.
They have a nothing box. So have you ever
Okay.
noticed where a man could be staring off somewhere or staring at the TV and you say, "What are you thinking about?" And they say nothing?
Oh my gosh. I have that conversation often with my
Okay.
husband. Yes.
And
With Chris.
we
Yes.
as women will say, "You can't be thinking about nothing. There's no such thing."
Yes.
We don't have a nothing
Absolutely.
box
Yeah.
because our
No.
thoughts, even if we think we're thinking about nothing, we're thinking about something, and they're going bing, bing,
Always.
bing, bing, bing in 25 different boxes,
Wow.
right? But they literally have a nothing box where they can be in nothingness. And
I love that.
and it's so true, right?
Oh my gosh. How do I get that box?
In your next
How do
life,
I
I'm not sure.
in my next life? Yeah, get to the nothing box. You know what though? That's super supportive and even my relationship with Ben and
Mhm.
like thinking that he like has to be having emotions or thinking through something and it could be it's just nothing. So thank
Actually,
you.
that's their safe space. So if they have a
Mm.
lot going on in their life or
Mm.
they don't want to go there, that's safe for them is to be in nothing box.
Mm.
And yet we
Ooh,
as women don't understand it. We don't
right,
go there. And so we're like, yes, tell me, how are you feeling? And
right.
maybe they just don't want to tell you. Maybe they're just in nothingness. And that's
Mm.
okay. But we don't get
Thank
it.
you for
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Mhm.
But thank you for that because I actually didn't know that. And I would say I'm grabbing my cheese here. I would say that that's again incredibly supportive, especially you have boys and being a mom of boys and understanding like that process can be very difficult. So I appreciate that. I
I
appreciate
remember
that.
you ask them when you pick them up from school, you say, "How was your day?" "Fine." "What was this part of your
Oh,
day?" And they're in a nothing box and they're like, "I don't know." Right?
yes.
They just want to
100%.
talk to you. But they've checked out because they had a really busy day and they had to think
Yeah.
all day long. So they
Yes.
checked out.
I love that. You know what I've started doing also with Benjamin? I'm just grabbing my plate. Clearly not prepared today, so I'm grabbing my plate. I'm gonna go back to the omelet's almost done, and I'm gonna put. Do you do your cheese while in the pan or cheese on top? How do you do your cheese?
I put it inside my omelet, so I put it inside, and then I will fold it in half.
Yes. Oh my god, I was so excited when you're so cute. Yes, I love that. I was so excited when you sent this recipe and it had Gruyere cheese because I haven't been eating cheese, and I am eating cheese today, and I'm so excited.
That is one of my favorite cheeses.
Oh, mine too. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. You're right. I probably only needed one egg, but that's okay. I'll split this with Chris. So yeah, so going back to just that, the difference in like understanding, as you shared, men and women and that box, and like and being able to go from that nothingness, and it is them doing it their way, right? That's actually their way of processing, and I get to learn to respect that. Thank you.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean they get to be there all the time, right? I mean,
right, exactly.
they do
Doesn't mean you have to be there all the time. But I do understand now when I say, "What are you thinking?" It's nothing, because there is this process. I do understand that with Chris, and I do give him his space to process how he wants to process. And then, but I'm learning. I get to do that with Ben. Like I really do, to sit in that with Ben. Okay, are you ready to eat your omelet?
Yes.
This smells like. Oh my god, it smells good. Get up for it.
Mm-hmm. It does smell good.
Oh, I love that your pup, and my pups are also here. They're in the kitchen, just like.
Yes, you heard her. She smelling the cooking.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, here's mine. This smells so good. Mm-hmm.
I have a little sprig of basil on mine that smelled good.
Oh yum. I didn't even do. I usually do salt and pepper, but I'm gonna just like.
We didn't do salt and pepper. It's in the recipe, but we were too busy talking.
Yeah. Mm. Wow.
Healthy, yummy.
That's so good. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. You know what I love about this omelet, so I did my peppers chunky. Normally I like dice them small, but I was like, I really wanted like a very like chunky country style omelet. I
like that.
Tell your French exchange student, if you still speak to him.
Yes.
This is delicious. This is delicious.
Do. Yes, I will
love this.
Message him on WhatsApp.
I love it. God, this is super healthy. Okay. So before we sign off, I'd love to know from you, at this point in your life, you're an amazing, successful woman, great kids, travel, all the things. What is one way in this moment that you are doing it your way that you're most excited about that you can share with everyone here?
Reinventing myself. You're never too old to reinvent yourself. And I'm reinventing what I want to do in the next 5 years of my life. So I'm doing it my way. I don't have to answer to anyone. And I'm just reinventing where I get to go next.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so, so much, Caryn, for being here with me today. I just love you to pieces, and I'm always so grateful for your wisdom, your knowledge, and your grounding. So, all right, everyone, you can find all of our information about my dear Caryn. Fabi's going to hook us up. All right.
Done.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen today. Remember, food is love, and life's better when we share it together. If this spoke to you,